French onion soup, onion gratin, whatever you may want to call it. You know, that rich oniony caramelly broth topped with a croûte and some melted Gruyere cheese? Yeah, well, I want to turn that into a sandwich. What could be better? So, sticking to our French theme, I've got a little baguette here. So let's cut this baby lengthwise, like so. And really, you could use any bread with a nice crust, a nice hard exterior, because you just need a sturdy base for our rich filling. You could use ciabatta for the nice rectangular look. You could even use those, you know, those cheap rolls in your supermarket, the ones that are sold for like, I don't know, 50 cents a pop. You could use those for individual portions and make little mini baguettes. Okay, so we've got two sides now. I prefer the base because it's just thicker, nicer. We have to scoop all of this goodness in here out. Yeah, I know it's kind of wasteful, but you don't have to throw it out. You could totally use it for something else. Fresh breadcrumbs, pop it in the food processor for a few seconds, and you've got yourself some breadcrumbs. It's cheaper than the dried, and it's great. It's tasty. I like it. It's lighter. So we've got this nice base here, all hollowed out. I'd like to brush it with a little bit of olive oil, just so that it doesn't burn all that badly in the oven, and so that it gets a nice brown color on it. So, speaking of our filling, for this, what I have going here is one Spanish onion, one medium to large Spanish onion. I've been cooking it on a moderately low flame for approximately 45 minutes. Yeah, I know that sounds like a really long time, but in order to get this sweet, beautiful, rich flavor and like mushy texture, you need to cook it slow on a very, very low flame. That's key. So yeah, it's like it's turned into this mush, but it's not really a mush. It's, as you can see, it's retained its long crescent shape because of the way that I cut the onion. I simply sliced it in half, and then I went along the grain with my knife. See the grain? I just went along it, and you get these long crescents. So this is good to go. I've turned it off, and I'm gonna add some fresh parsley just for freshness. About 2 tablespoons here I've got. Mix that in, and we're good to go with our filling. Okay, so I'm gonna spoon this in here. So this is gonna get topped with some cheese. Traditional French onion soup uses Gruyere cheese, which has this beautiful, sharp, salty flavor that's gonna contrast the sweetness of the onions beautifully. I've got it all grated up right here. About 2-3 cups if you're feeling extra cheesy. Top that off. Be generous, be very generous with the cheese, because this is what I like the most on here, honestly. The gooey, rich cheese on here. Let's get that all on. Use every last bit that you have, literally. Okay. And let's cut this guy up in half. This is going to yield about 2 medium cylinders. Let's cut off the tips just for presentation purposes, and pop it onto a sheet pan and into the oven for, put it on broil for actually about 8 to 10 minutes. Let's pop it in right here. The time's up. I think we're ready. And yes, we are. Holy moly, look at that. Look at that cheese, that oniony goodness oozing out. Now for me, presentation and plating is just as important as flavor, and I think we did a pretty good job here. I've paired the sandwich up with French beans, or haricots verts if you will, some green and yellow haricots verts sauteed in olive oil and garlic, and this would be perfect accompaniment, adding some freshness and green to your meal. So oh my god, this is wonderful. I would eat this in the summer, in the winter, on a good day, on a bad day. Heck, I would eat this every day.